curious about the Cadillac Optiq, this is my purchase experience after looking at the various options in the marketplace, which is a minefield, especially when you're researching for long-term ownership. The Cadillac Optiq met all the criteria. In this case, the 2026 Premium Sport. Picking it up, the nighttime stuff, daytime drone shots, and things that I like and things that I don't. And good morning, everybody. It's Josh. Just waiting for the cab. It's about 5:30, and I have a suit to match the car. It's going to be a fun adventure today. On the bus. Just arrived at Wheaton in Edmonton. I ended up being earlier than I thought, but it is just a fabulous day today. We're on White Ave in Edmonton. Yeah, just like in Grande Prairie, you gotta go through the GM side. And then there's the Cadillac side. Check out some of these vehicles. The paperwork is signed. Pretty exciting. Can't wait to show you all the car because I haven't seen it yet either. But first, over to the registries. Just handed the key. The car is charged. Walking out to it now. First time I'm seeing it. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Want to see what I'm looking at?
So, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna do a little introduction on the vehicle.
Just stopping off here in Devon, grabbing a bite to eat. So far, it's a pretty interesting experience. The sound, the sun. Really enjoy it. Tried the smart driving, and you can see the green turns on the dash on the steering wheel. It works really well. It doesn't turn, but it did an off ramp without issue. It did a lane change without issue. Tripped me out first time it did that. It stays, pretty centered. Here I am with my buddy Justin, showed up to see me. First one to see this car. Got the Tesla charger working. A little bit funky because you got to kind of park in the middle, but there's no other way to do it because the cable's not long enough. The Sega is to be continued. Oh, a little charge animation at the front too shows you with the light. Isn't that neat? Alright, second time fast charging on the way to Grande Prairie. Didn't really supercharge that much, but I'm not going to 100%, only going to 80. You gotta see this. It shows you the level of charge on the back. Cool animation. Look at that. just got all the bugs, oh, it's carnage, off of this car. No chips, no dents. You made it home perfect. Onwards with the next thing I love to do to all my vehicles, and that is put in a liner like this. Check it out. There's PPF on there, all on the front, the bottom. You can't even tell. They did such a great job. The wheels look fantastic. These pillars are done. The roof running down the side. Oh, that was cool. And bam, here I am. Sign in. Inside the Optiq, I just turned this on. You can see that there's some different layout buttons, and it's pretty nice in here. This is the nighttime review. We've got the lights in here in the little cubby. You can see it in the little cubby. Bam. Very nice place to be. I can open up the garage door like that. Pressing 1. Get this thing going. Really, all we have to do, press on the brake. The dash is real nice. It's laid out very well. A little bit daunting at first, but it's pretty easy to get used to. You've got main hub over here, your vehicle status, your air quality, in parts per million, energy, your total battery capacity. Of course, this is a brand new car with, 1,024 kilometers on it. Maintenance, air pressure, music. You can find your library now. Amazon Music, play the premium music through this. You're going to have to pay a little bit more. Then you can get Dolby Atmos. Dolby Atmos is the only way that you can get the speakers to come out of the top ones here. Each of the different platforms is going to have different Dolby Atmos tracks, but you can definitely tell the difference because it's positional audio, which is fantastic. You're going to hear stuff go around in the front and the back and everything. The sunroof is on glass. It doesn't open. And did a little bit of alterations in here. There's a plastic cover on all of the, you can get an indoor kit and an anti-slip kit for things just to protect a little bit more. Of course, there's piano black everywhere. Piano black is notorious for getting scratched. I don't want that. We're going to have a couple different views going. The AC is instant. The pickup and go is super fast. There's zero lag. Let's put it in reverse and get it going. Immediately, I noticed the parking brake disengage. The rear view camera is very clear. I like all the lines. It gives you tons of different options where you want. And the home, I've got 2 garage doors programmed to this, and it remembers which one you press to open initially. So now the garage door closing, still playing that sound of the sun. See if you can hear it. Oh, God, I love that sound. Supposedly, it's the sound of the sun recorded from the moon. Some vehicles you can't leave the cameras going when you're driving. With this one you can. It turns off after a while, or you can press sit on here. I'm gonna keep the music going and shut this because it's giving us some glare. Take you for a little drive. It's a very smooth car. It's very quiet. All of the glass is acoustic film glass. Yeah, the tires, I did look it up. These Continentals that come with it are the 21. So these are the upgraded base model, comes with 20. This one also has the upgraded brown interior, which is still a fake leather. Surprisingly, can last longer. It's not as prone to cracking, and you can look this up. I like the contrast. I got the tri-coat white exterior. Always wanted a candy apple red, but I couldn't get with this upgraded brown contrasting interior, which is just boggles my brain. The interior is more important to me. You've got to live in here. You're spending your time inside the vehicle more than you're looking outside. And who are you really getting it for? I'm getting this vehicle for me. Two different options. One of them was leasing. I didn't go with a lease. The leasing cost more. And ultimately, I think that the technology with the 2026 model got to the point where financing made a lot of sense. A lot of the quirks and problems that they had, they resolved. This one's got the NACS charger on it, which is the same as the Tesla charger, and drove it back from Edmonton to Grande Prairie. That's a 4-hour trip. I needed to, I'm going to set the cruise control here. Press the one cruise button. When you get to your set speed, you set it just like anything. And if it's on a mapped road, then you can gauge your self-driving. But this one doesn't do self-driving on this road because it's a shitty town road. It's a nice little drive. Anyway, like I was saying, when you sync yourself to the car, and it's very cool, you get right integrated when you get set up and sign in with your Google. And then you can set your own password. There's tons of features you can turn off and on with it. Just familiarize yourself with the OS and all the options. There's lots of creature comfort things. And I was like, hey, Google, I'm not going to say it and activate here, but I can say, take me to Grande Prairie. And it plotted out on the screen exactly where, how far away I was, how many stops there'd be, my time of arrival. And with the fast chargers, it was about a 20 minutes per charge. You know, it's not a bad idea to get out and check your mirrors and everything anyway. The one pedal driving takes a little bit of getting used to. There's two different modes. There's a normal regen, where you take your foot off of the accelerator pedal, and then there's a, oh God, that's so much fun. Some people and owners in the forums, they really like the high one, and you can kind of get used to it. I find that the way that I drive, I like the normals just fine. Getting back to the tires. These tires are foam filled. They're EV tires, very high grade tire. And turns out that EV tires, they're more robust. We have to handle the extra weight and extra torque, which is instantaneous whenever. If you just did that with a regular tire, you'd burn out regular so fast, it'd be ridiculous. Got the Premium Sport, which is also known as the Sport 2, has features the regular version doesn't. The wheel drive, dual motor, more torque. The badge on the back says 700, so 700 newton meters torque, which is 500 foot-pounds, and 450 horse. Equates to a 0 to 60 time at 4.5 seconds. It's a very fast car. Feels changes completely if you're using the one pedal driving or not, or if you are say going to sport mode. We got a biker up here. I'm just going to slow down. You can switch in and out of sport mode and tour mode, pretty easy. You just press a button and you notice the feeling change instantly. A snow and an ice mode, then a custom mode, massage seats, 19 speakers, of which the 4 in the ceiling, they only activate if you've got Dolby Atmos. That's not to say that you're still not getting good speaker quality or it doesn't sound good. Optiq is a little bit more bassy than the Vistic. The way you look mentally at a vehicle, if you're doing it for leasing or for financing, it's night and day. Now, I've never leased a vehicle before. When I ran the numbers on this one, on even the small amount of interest, which is pretty low, you lease for 4 years, gambling at that time, what the bank rate's going to be to buy it, but let's just say 8% because you've got great credit. Worked out to around $17,000 in interest paid, and hopefully you've taken care of it. I decided, well, it's 0% to finance this thing through Cadillac Finance, which is their own finance company. You have to have credit history, a high credit score. Get a heads-up display, which is fantastic in this car. All my friends that have been in here say that the heads-up display is not only really bright, but it gives you different warnings, even security warnings. If it thinks that you're going to crash, it's going to flash red right in front of you in a big box. It's also integrated with navigation. You're going to get your turn-by-turns most of the time, checking my mirrors, looking right in front of me because I've got this beautiful heads-up display. You can adjust it. You can make it go up and down, left and right. You can make it brighter or dimmer. The massage seats, like I had an Audi Q7 before this. It fully spec'd out every single option that you could get. Massage seats in the Audi were better. The air ride suspension, it was more comfortable, but not so noticeable. You went back to back that you would notice the difference. Steering wheel heat is also fantastic. This vehicle, it's almost close to a motorcycle. It can slow down and decelerate so fast without even using the brakes, just the regen, and accelerate so fast. It's just ridiculous. The V model is about $15,000 more. Bigger motors in it. So you're really only getting the benefit of those bigger motors though from the acceleration, the 0 to 60, which when you mat this one, it's so fast that if you're a second at 3.5 seconds instead of 4.5 seconds, 0 to 60, who cares? Getting an electric car, it consistently gets better. I waited a month before this arrived and processed, only given a date to go pick it up in Edmonton. In that time of the 1 month, it had a number of big updates. One of them was a video recording, cameras around it, the front, left, the right, and the back that all constantly give you a 1280 by 720p video. You just stick in a memory stick. It loops every 2 days. So some people bitch about that. They want it to be recording longer. It's really good. If it's parked and somebody's walking around your vehicle, it functions like a security Tesla Sentry mode. Another one of the updates, Apple Play. For some people, it's a make or breaker for them. The Google Gemini, the update was more of a natural language AI. It's not so rigid when it comes to exact prompts to get what you want out of it. I don't really use it that much. I'm not sure who does. There's a number of commands that you can give for temperature, music volume, plotting directions. Things that I did for long-term ownership was PPF ceramic coat, which would last 3 or 4 years. It's really nice to have that included. I have my own little gripes when it comes to vehicles. One of them is right beside where you latch your seatbelt in. That little spot, when it moves back and forth, it can scratch your middle console and you'll never get that out. It looks like crap. You just take a seatbelt holder like this guy here, above and below, 1.5. They're like, I don't know, like $15, and you put it around your seatbelt and it'll stop it from scratching your middle console. Also picked up laser fitted TuxMats. They are phenomenal. Highly recommend. The other thing, a kit like a PPF or what you put on your phone screen, it goes over all of the black plastic in the screen inside this vehicle. Don't have to worry about that piano black getting all scratched up. Piano black is notorious for that. The piano black on the outside of the vehicle, which looks amazing when it's clean, totally paid the money to make sure that they got that all done. The anti-slip mats look like that. They work really good. It's a full kit, cheap, like $20. Ordered up a thin fake leather sticky on one side, made up some paper templates, and put that in the most usual areas that you would need it, that wear, right? So where your seatbelt sits against your pillar. Oh, this is going to be nice. This will be really nice right here. I'm going to go down this path. Oh, I love this drive. The other places that it would go would be where the kick panel is on the inside of all your doors, right? Where people get out, they kick it there. And then same thing with where you're getting in, that bottom plate where your feet always can scuff getting in or out, and to do that all the way around. And it's a good thing I did that before they put on the PPF, because they were standing on that to put on the roof stuff, and I didn't want that to get scratched. So thankfully it didn't. I just wiped it and cleaned it, and it was good to go. I made custom dash mat. Sun coming down will fade your dash pretty bad over time. If you put a dash cover on there, then you don't have that problem. Unfortunately, the dash mats that I could find online for this vehicle, I spent $80 on one. It didn't even fit properly. That was really annoying. I made my own. I went with fake rabbit fur just because I like soft stuff. If it's not black, if it's any other color, you're going to have a wicked glare on your front windshield. I would not recommend it. It's probably a safety concern. If you have a V model, highest end trim of the Optiq, it has plastic instead of this gray recycled fabric around the middle console. Some people in the user forums had coffee in here and it splashed and it got on that I do not want to run the risk of that, especially if it's in a spot. Always have to look at it. Backside of the trunk where the lid is, but facing, put that same black material all on that as well. If it gets scratched, you don't care. You just replace it. Sacrificial layer. These things are so nice. They're really soft. It stops it from scratching on your pillar here. And put one below where it pivots against your, where it pivots against the bottom of your pillar down here. It'll stop that from getting all damaged and scratched. You look at the total range of electric vehicle, depending on the technology, you're only utilizing 60% of your whole usable range for the most part. The reason for that is that you're really only charging and working with between 20 to 80%. Let's just drive a little bit. You don't want to be charging it to 100% all the time. You can see in your vehicle status menu how much total battery capacity your vehicle has. That's going to go down over time. If I wake up in the morning, I just set in here what time I want it charged by. I wake up in the morning, I get a message at 7 o'clock saying it's charged. So that's phenomenal. I love that. Super helpful. Oh, this is such a beautiful twisty road. For all intents purposes, consider 80%, 100%. Going on a highway trip, say you're going to do a long trip and you need that extra juice to get to the next charge station. Yeah, you could charge it to 100%, but you want to leave right after. You don't want to charge to 100%, have it sitting in your garage for days at 100%. That's not going to be good for it. It's going to probably do damage to your battery. Instantaneous torque in here is amazing. Benefits of having an electric in the wintertime. I haven't had this in the wintertime yet, but of course I did my due diligence, which included a whole buttload of research. It's an electric heater. You get instant electric heat. You don't have to wait for your car to heat up or it to be hot. You can have it heat up your seats for you ahead of time. There's settings for that. You can turn on and off all of these extra creature comforts. The vehicle will turn off when you park. There's no key. You just get out. You open up your door and then you step on your brake. It's going to turn on the vehicle again. So that's how you turn this sucker on. You put your foot on the brake and it turns the vehicle on. There's no real sound except for there's a little green car symbol that says ready. You can set it up so that your mirrors will fold in. They can fold in with this model. They are heated. You can have either side tilt when you're reversing and see that in the cameras too. Really love using that feature. One of my pet peeves is scratching your rims, which some of these can be very expensive when you're backing up or going forward and you're trying to line up for a spot. If you do that with this and you press your camera and then side, you can see, it'll show you when you're backing up exactly what's going on with your rear tire. And the same thing when you're going forward, it'll show you that corner too. Just awesome. Love that. Listening to audiobooks on Audible, but you can't get it in the Play Store or you just don't want to go through the hassle setting it up. I'm not sure if it's on there or not because I haven't looked. I use my buddies. Thanks, Jeff. What you can do is you can go in and you can select it so that it will prioritize the audio signal from your phone and then you can listen to your audiobook. Probably the most favorite car I've ever owned. I would take it hands down over a Tesla any day of the week. I would highly recommend the Cadillac Optiq. Absolutely.